been drilled into me for ever since I was a little kid. I remember that my father pulled up silage in the 60s, and I was there, that Grandad had put down in 1949 and kept his herd alive. And since then we've used grain in the dry times in 1990, 2000 and now again, that's kept us going. So we think it's a great tool to use. Last year when grain was worth $120 a tonne, my little 4-year-old grandson, I'm telling him as we're looking at the pits, not to ever sell wheat at $120 a tonne again. We're on Tara Station, which is about 110 k's west of Condobolin. There's 94,000 acres here, 30,000 acres developed for cropping, and we normally run 7,000 merino breeding ewes and 600 cows, including 300 stud Seneca Trudis cows. Well, we use these pits for burying barley. This pit's about 30 metres long, 3 metres wide and 2 metres deep. We just calculate how many square metres the pit is to work out how much grain we bury. This pit was used in 2016 for barley, and we pulled it up in the last few months and used the barley through our feedlot. We put barley in here because it was a really big year, a surplus grain, and the price was terrible. So we decided we'd store some for future use. Well, over the years we've learnt to construct the pit, the best is to use an excavator because of the neatness and the efficiency. So we use an excavator to dig the pit, and if the excavator's still around, we use that excavator to put the dirt on the pit. If not, we just use front end loaders. We like to put plastic down the sides of the pit, and once it's full right to the edges, fold the plastic together and then cover it with approximately a foot of dirt. I think 2017-18 was the worst we've seen it out here since we've been here since 1984. 10 inches of rain in total over 2 years, so hasn't had much rainfall. Most of the barley's gone through intensive back at the house to keep young stock alive, but some of it has been fed in trails to keep breeders alive as well. The number one thing is don't put it in wet. It needs to be dry to go in the pits, because you can always build the protein up or whatever later, but if it isn't wet it will rot, so you need the grain dry. It's important to make the pit work well, fill it right to the edges so there's no water can leak in the edges and peak it really well.